excited to be here to show you what we're having for dinner tonight. We are having grilled steak and asparagus with rosemary garlic butter, and this is from the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle Cooking Guide. It's a new recipe that's come out just today, officially released. So I'm going to start out with the butter. It calls for 3 tablespoons of butter, some rosemary chopped up, and 1 clove of garlic crushed. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare that. I'm just going to use one of my silicone cups here to put it in case I need to microwave it a little bit later. I'll be able to do that easily. So I'm just going to take 1 clove of garlic in the garlic press. Let me make sure that y'all can see this. Yeah, good. And I didn't have to peel it or anything. It's still in the peel. Just push. You can open it up. You can see that all the skin's right there. I'm just going to kind of move it around. I'm going to crush one more time just to make sure that all the goodies are there. There we go. So that's that. 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm using one of the coated knives. If you don't have sharp knives in your kitchen, I highly recommend getting some this week. It just makes cooking so much easier when you have a sharp knife to do the work for you. That when you're working with a dull knife, first off, it's not safe because you're more likely to cut yourself with a dull knife than a sharp knife. And then a sharp knife just makes everything go so much faster. Okay, and so I'm just using this coated knife right here. I've got some fresh rosemary that I grow in my backyard. I'm just taking my knife and just chopping it up a little bit so that it won't be so big and chunky. And I'm using one of the flexible cutting mats, which is one of the free gifts this month in March. You get 3 flexible cutting mats with your purchase of $80 or more. So there we go. So I have a feeling I'm going to need to microwave that later on, but I'm just going to leave it at that for now because that's what the directions say to do. I want to show you how easy it is to change the plates on the Electric Deluxe Grill and Griddle. You can see I have my waffle plates on now. I'm going to need the grill plates. So simply just push the button. The plate pops out. I have my grill plate here. It slides in, clips right in. For the bottom, same thing, push the button, it releases. Have my other grill plates. They're interchangeable. This plate can go up there, this plate can go down there. They're dishwasher safe, so it just makes it real easy. When you buy the Deluxe Grill and Griddle, it comes with the grill plates and it comes with the griddle plates. The waffle plates are extra. But you can buy a bundle and it comes with the waffle plates and the pancake and waffle mix. So that is the option. But super easy there. I'm just flipping on the switch to turn it on. The directions say that we're going to use the probe, the food probe, tonight with the steaks. My steaks, of course, I didn't get them out early enough to defrost, so I just had to run them through the microwave quickly so that I could get them unstuck, but we're all good now. The directions say to press the probe button. Simply just press it. Set the plates to 400 degrees and set your desired doneness to what you want your steaks to be. So, and then it even has in the book, it says to go to page 8 to see what the doneness levels are. So this really takes the guesswork out of cooking. It says if you want your steaks, let me make sure I'm saying it right before I say it. Yeah, if you want it medium to rare, it's 135 degrees. If you want it medium well, 155 degrees. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is going towards the 155 area. So just simply turn the knob to do that. Push go. So it's working on getting, and then I'm going to, let's see, we're going to set the, yep, there we go. So it's preheating good. So now it says it's preheating. We're going to season the steaks with salt, pepper. We're going to probe our steak into the thickest part. We're going to brush oil onto the grill pans. and we're going to put it in the closed position. So I'm going to use my kitchen spritzer for oil. I'm just going to, well, first I need to lay this down. So I'm going to scoot this out of the way, scoot this up before it gets hot. And I'm just scooting it up so I can lay it down. Yep, that's perfect. It has a simple button here on the side for releasing. Just going to grab that and let it lay down. The great thing about this is you can lock it in different positions. You can lock it so that if you were like trying to melt cheese on something, you could do it like that. Here, and I'm going to bring y'all over here so you can see. So it's just easy to see that you can change the settings right here. That's the release button that you use to move it back and forth. And then right here on the front, it has all the pre-settings. Hi, Allison. Thanks for watching. And so I use the probe button because I have my food probe plugged in. The 155 degrees for a medium well steak. I can feel the heat heating up. You can make the bottom plate a different temperature than the top plate. So this just has so many options for setting things and how you want to cook. All right, there we go. All right, so yes, I'm going to spritz with some oil, and then I'm going to use my, I'm going to pump it. You have to pump your spritzer. There we go. I love the kitchen spritzer because you get to put your own oil in there. And if you ever look on the ingredients of a Pam bottle or something like that, you're going to see a lot of other ingredients other than just oil. And you can also infuse your oil with Italian herbs or garlic or whatever you like. And then I just use my basting brush to rub that oil around, just to give a nice coating. There, I'm going to salt and pepper my steaks. The recipe calls for fillet steaks, but you can of course use whatever steak you want. I'm going to use these tongs for right now, but I'm going to go grab my chef tongs in just a second, so that because I know that I don't know if these tongs are heat resistant up to a certain temperature, but I do know the chef tongs are. Okay, so there we go. So it says to throw your steaks on. Nice. Love that sound. Okay. And here are the chef tongs. I love the chef tongs because they lock. So like right now, because I haven't squeezed them, they're locked closed. When I squeeze it, the lock is going to come down and then the tongs are going to open. So that way when you have them locked and you're sticking them down and wherever you keep your... they're not going to open on you. There we go. Alrighty. So I've got my steak cooking. I've got to probe it. Sorry, I got so excited about the tong situation. It looks like this steak's the thickest, so I'm just gonna stick my probe. Yeah, I have a little plastic on. There we go. Got my probe in. Watch out, remember this is hot. There we go. Now we're cooking. Here we go. Will you hold the tongs for me, please? Perfect. So while that's going, I'm going to work on the asparagus. There we go. I'm going to be using my kitchen shears to cut the ends off of the edges of the asparagus. Just makes it really fast. And I'm using the coating trays here because I'm going to be putting some oil and some seasoning on there. I'm going to need you to fluff my asparagus in just a second. There we go. Okay. Yeah, use those tongs and move that asparagus around for me. I can open it. Oh, because you have to hold them down and squeeze so that the lock lets go. There you go. See? So simple to use. A 4-year-old can use the tongs. Here we go. So I'm just using the, like I said, these are the kitchen shears. There's also professional shears. that aren't quite as strong. These can cut through crab leg shells, lobster tail. So if you're looking for a heavy duty scissor, you want to make sure to get these. They come in very handy. Mainly I use them to open up bags of stuff, but they come in handy for things like this. They're just a little safer than using a knife, especially if you're prone to cut yourself. They're just nice and fast. Yeah. So I've got the asparagus. Normally I would use my tongs. Actually, I'm going to have handy right here the new pasta tongs, which is very similar to the chef tongs. It has the locking device here. When you squeeze it, it unlocks and then opens. But the difference between the chef tongs, that these have the little prongs. So when you're reaching for your spaghetti, it grabs it. Or if you're reaching for your rigatoni noodles, it grabs it very easily. So these are the new pasta tongs. Ooh, nice and fluffed. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm going to spritz the asparagus with oil and get it ready for after the steaks finish. Yes, I'm going to need you to do some more fluffing for me. The recipe in the book just says to salt and pepper the asparagus. I'm actually going to use a Creole seasoning. It's just a seasoning that we really like. And I think I get this at Walmart or Kroger or something. So that's what I'm going to use on our asparagus. So I'm just going to sprinkle that on here. And then we're going to fluff that asparagus around to get it nicely encoded with the oil and the Creole seasoning. And I love using the coating trays because it just keeps the mess contained and it's all dishwasher safe. So that's really it for cooking. Now I'm just waiting for it all to finish to cook. After I take the steaks off, I'll throw the asparagus on, and it says cook for 2 to 3 minutes until crisp and tender. So that's it. So I will show you a picture when I'm all done.